Hey, shadow lovers and story stalkers, welcome to Curious Binge, the faceless feast where we unravel the reels that haunt your dreams and steal your breath. It's March 6th, 2026, and if you're not already glued to a theater seat, drop everything, because The Bride just electrified screens nationwide. Directed by the brilliant Maggie Gyllenhaal, this Gothic drama horror mashup is a twisted love letter to Frankenstein's legacy, blending romance, rage, and resurrection in 1930s Chicago. Starring Jessie Buckley as the titular bride and Christian Bale as the lonely monster, it's got that dark, delicious vibe of Poor Things meets The Shape of Water. Runtime clocks in at a tantalizing 110 minutes, perfect for a midnight showing with your favorite midnight companion. If you're craving something that scratches both your heart and your horror itch, this is it. No spoilers here, just enough juice to get your booking tickets. If you're new to the binge, hit subscribe and that bell for more cinematic confessions. Let's dive into the darkness. Transition. Slow zoom on vintage film reel unspooling into lightning bolts with movie poster fade-in. First, the spark. Maggie Gyllenhaal isn't just wearing the director's hat, she wrote this too, channeling her sharp eye for flawed souls from The Lost Daughter. Here, she reimagines Mary Shelley's myth not as a horror trope, but a feminist fever dream about creation, consent, and what happens when the perfect woman wakes up pissed. The story? In the smoke-filled underbelly of Prohibition-era Chicago, our hulking, heartbroken Frankenstein, Bale in full brooding beast mode, journeys from the moors to beg pioneering scientist Dr. Euphronius, Annette Bening all steely intellect and hidden fire, for a mate. But this isn't some docile doll. They resurrect a fierce, murdered young woman, brought roaring to life by Jessie Buckley. What blooms is a romance as volatile as the lightning that birthed her. Tender dances in speakeasies, explosive clashes over stolen agency, and a monster's mash that questions if love can survive the stitches. Visually, cinematographer Lawrence Sher of Joker paints a world of velvet shadows and neon glows, where labs pulse like hearts and ballrooms hide horrors. Production designer Karen Murphy crafts sets that feel alive, crumbling mansions dripping with Art Deco dread. And the score, a brooding blend of orchestral swells and Florence and the Machine's trailer haunting, promising earworms that linger like ghosts. Now the cast that kills. Buckley's bride is a revelation, raw, radiant, equal parts vulnerable ingenue and vengeful Valkyrie, her Irish lilt cutting through the gloom like a switchblade. Bale is hulking with heartbreaking pathos, those eyes conveying centuries of rejection in a single glance. Benning's Dr. Euphronius is the mad genius we deserve, unapologetically ambitious with a moral compass spinning wild. Then there's Jake Gyllenhaal as a charming bootlegger with secrets, Peter Sarsgaard adding oily intrigue, and whispers of Penelope Cruz in a pivotal role that steals scenes with sultry menace. It's an ensemble that elevates the Gothic to gold. Themes? Oh, they're electric. At its core, The Bride wrestles with creation's cost. Who owns a body reborn against its will? It's a Me Too monster tale, exploring female fury in a man's world, with queer undercurrents and anti-fascist fury bubbling under the romance. Gyllenhaal's script doesn't shy from the ugly, the rage of the resurrected, the loneliness of the unloved, yet it's laced with dark comedy. Think awkward monster flirtations amid jazz riots that keeps the horror from tipping into despair. Critics are already buzzing. Early screenings call it a bolt of brilliance, blending scares with swoons. If you've seen the trailer, that pulse-pounding first look with Buckley's defiant scream and Bale's thunderous plea, you know it's a visual feast. Quick cuts of sparking electrodes, forbidden kisses in rain-slicked alleys, and a ballroom brawl that ends in flames. It's filmed for IMAX, so those wide shots of Chicago's chaos will swallow you whole. But why this movie, right now? In a world stitching itself back from fractures, The Bride is your cathartic charge. Here are my top 10 reasons to bolt to theaters today. Screen splits, Gothic numbered list with lightning bolt graphics, intercut with trailer snippets. Number 10, Buckley's breakout bride. Jessie Buckley channels fury and fragility like no one else. Her performance is Oscar bait wrapped in lightning scars. Number 9, Bale's beastly heart. Christian Bale disappears into the monster, delivering the emotional depth that made The Dark Knight iconic, lonely, lethal, lovable. Number 8, Gyllenhaal's Gothic genius. Maggie's vision twists classics into modern myths, smart, sexy, subversive. Number 7, 1930s Chicago vibes. Speakeasies, jazz, and jazz-age jazz. It's a time machine to glamour and grit you'll want to binge forever. Number 6, Benning's brainiac boss. Annette Bening as the doc who plays God. Her icy intellect ignites every scene. Number 5, horror romance hybrid. Scares that seduce. Think bloody ballads and stitched-up smooches. Perfect for twisted date nights. Number 4, IMAX immersion. Those lab explosions and cityscapes, they'll jolt your soul. See it big or miss the bolt. Number 3, feminist fire. A bride who bites back. Empowering, enraging, essential in today's storm. Number 2, soundtrack sparks. Florence and the Machine's vibes plus orchestral thunder. Your playlist just got possessed. And number 1, it's a resurrection of cinema itself. Fresh, fearless, and fiercely romantic. One watch and you'll be haunted, hooked, and hungry for more Gyllenhaal ghouls. Whew, bingers, that's The Bride, your March must-stitch. Who's braving the bolt with me? Comment your fave Gothic flick below, like if you're team monster romance, and subscribe for solo deep dives. Follow on X for